Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer. We're talking about how to build a professional resume from complete scratch, one that actually gets you noticed. Whether you're hunting down your very first part-time job or trying to lock in some ultra-competitive internship, your resume, it's basically your personal marketing document. It is literally the key to opening the door to an interview. But, crafting one that actually works, especially when you feel like you don't really have a ton of experience yet, well, it can feel incredibly overwhelming. So today, we're going to completely demystify this whole process and get you ready to land that interview. Here is our agenda for today. We're going to cover the 20-second rule, choosing the right format, essential resume anatomy, framing your experience, and finally, what to leave out entirely. Let's get to it. Section 1, the 20-second rule, the hiring manager's reality. Now, I want you to imagine something for a second. You are a hiring manager at a local business. You posted a job listing literally just yesterday, and today, your inbox has already hit 87 applications. 87! You've got a super packed schedule, and you have exactly 30 minutes before your next meeting to review these candidates. Do the math on that, and it leaves roughly 20 seconds per resume to decide if a candidate goes to the let's interview them pile or the reject pile. Just 20 seconds. That is the stark, brutal reality your resume faces out there in the wild. What this means is your document absolutely must communicate your value immediately. Listen, no one is going to hunt through a cluttered, messy page looking for reasons to hire you. You have to hand them those reasons on a clean, scannable, and beautifully formatted platter. Section 2. Choosing the right format. Setting the foundation. So there are 3 standard resume formats floating around out there. You've got chronological, functional, and combination. A functional resume organizes your qualifications by skill category, which is great if you're, say, changing careers entirely. A combination resume merges skills and a timeline, making it super popular for highly experienced professionals. But as an early career candidate or a student, one of these is going to be your absolute safest bet. And that is the chronological format. It's the most widely accepted layout out there, acting as basically the perfect tool for students where any relevant experience really matters. It lists your experience in reverse chronological order, meaning your most recent experience goes at the very top. It's your safest choice because every single employer immediately recognizes it. It clearly shows your study history, whether that's part-time work, volunteering, or school activities. Honestly, when in doubt, just start here. It cuts out the confusion and lets that busy hiring manager find exactly what they need instantly. Oh, and really quickly, just to clear up a super common confusion before we move on, for most jobs in the US, you need a concise one-page resume. You do not need a multi-page academic curriculum vitae, or CV. A CV is this huge, comprehensive document listing all your academic publications, grants, teaching experiences. It's used mainly in academia or international markets. For us, keep it to one clean page. Section 3. Essential Resume Anatomy. Building from the blank page. So how do we actually build this thing out? Think of this as your professional wireframe. We're going to start at the top and just build our way down. Regardless of your format, every successful student resume relies on these specific building blocks: contact information, an objective or summary, education, experience, skills, and activities. Starting right at the very top with contact info. Guys, it is absolutely vital to use a professional email address. It is finally time to ditch those outdated handles. You know the ones like Skaterboy2009 or PartyGirlXOXO. Using an unprofessional email is literally the fastest way to get your application tossed in the trash. It instantly tells an employer you aren't taking the process seriously. It takes 2 minutes and costs absolutely nothing to just create a clean, simple email address using your first and last name. Pop this prominently at the top along with your phone number, city, and state. And hey, fun fact, you don't even need to include your full street address anymore. Moving down, let's look at the objective. This perfectly illustrates why a highly targeted objective beats a generic one every single time. A generic statement like, seeking a position where I can use my skills, well, that could apply to literally any job on earth. But listen to this specific version. Seeking a summer cashier position at Thornton's Hardware where I can apply my customer service experience and attention to detail. See the difference? It names the company, it names the role, and it highlights 2 specific qualities. It immediately tells that 20-second reader, I know exactly what this job is, and I am the right fit for it. Section 4. Framing your experience. The power of reframing. Okay, let's talk about the part that stresses everyone out, experience. You have to treat everyday activities, things like babysitting or volunteering, as serious professional experience. It's all about using the right language. Babysitting isn't just watching kids. When you frame it professionally, you are self-employed. You provided regular after-school care. You planned age-appropriate activities. You maintained a consistent schedule and 100% reliability record over 18 months. See what happened there? Suddenly, a casual neighborhood gig showcases extreme reliability, organization, and solid time management. Check out how our model candidate here, Maria Santos, uses precise action verbs to describe her time at the library. Even as a volunteer, she didn't just say she helped out. No way. She shelved and organized 200 plus books. She assisted 10 to 15 patrons daily. She created a recommended reading display. She is treating every single experience she has as a true professional experience. Let's break down exactly why Maria's bullet points work so incredibly well. By leading with action verbs, words like shelved, assisted, and created, and then backing them up with quantifiable metrics like 200 books or 10 to 15 patrons, you instantly elevate your accomplishments. Numbers are naturally scannable. When that hiring manager is doing their frantic 20-second scan, those numbers jump right off the page and provide immediate, hard evidence of what you're capable of. Section 5. What to leave out. Decluttering the page. All right, we've built up the resume, but to ensure your confident self-presentation isn't ruined by a messy layout, you must mercilessly cut the clutter. For starters, the phrase references available upon request, yeah, that's completely assumed by employers today. Writing it just wastes a valuable line of text. Also, in the US, including a photograph can actually create legal discrimination concerns for the employer, so just leave it off entirely. Personal info, like your age, marital status, religion, or social security number, never ever belongs on this document. And finally, leave off those irrelevant hobbies. Saying I like video games doesn't help you get a job at a bookstore, right? But saying I moderate a book review channel with 2,000 subscribers, now that absolutely does. So, as you sit down to start drafting your own professional wireframe, I want you to ask yourself, does your one-page document clearly communicate your value in just 20 seconds? By choosing the right format, using punchy action verbs, and cutting out all that clutter, you transform a blank page into a really powerful career tool. The clock is ticking. Will your resume be the one that beats the 20-second test? Or is it going to be victim number 86 sitting in the reject pile?